Hi, this is Lara at free Dow analysis for you after the New York trading session dated Wednesday, 2nd of February is just over. Well, it's been over for a little while. This is my main wave count for the Dow on a daily chart. I'm expecting that we're getting very close towards the end of an intermediate degree C wave to end a primary ABC zigzag to the upside. When this is over and when we can confirm a trend change, we should expect that the Dow would then be in a primary third wave to the downside. Within wave C black, it's subdivided to a simple impulse at blue or minor degree. We've had 1, 2, 3, 4, and now we're looking towards the end of 5. Within this fifth wave at minor degree, we have a 1, 2, 3, 4, a nice overshoot of this trend channel, and we're working on the fifth wave to the upside, so we're pretty close to the end. I've drawn this pink trend channel around wave 5 blue, first with a trend line from 1 to 3, and instead of placing the lower edge on the lower line on the end of wave 2, I've just put it a little bit further down to touch these last couple of these two bars here. I'm being a little bit more conservative. I'm going to wait to see this channel breached to the downside before I finally call a high confirmed for the Dow. I'm expecting we're approaching a trend change, and I'm going to use this trend channel to finally confirm when it's changed from up to down. When we can see a full daily candlestick below this trend channel and not touching it, that's when I will be pretty confident that we have seen a high in place and the Dow should continue on down for quite some time at that stage. In the interim, I expect a little bit more upwards movement first towards this target zone, and at 12,084 points, wave 5 blue will reach equality with wave 1 blue, which starts well off to the left of the chart. Importantly, there is no Fibonacci ratio between wave 3 blue at 1,552 points and wave 1 blue at 1,157 points. So 3 is longer, but it's too far off to say it's equal, and it's not 1.618, the length of 1. Usually when we see that out of the first 2 of the 3 actionary waves of an impulse, with no relationship between the first 2, it's pretty likely that we're going to see a relationship between this third actionary wave of this impulse. So this is really likely that wave 5 will achieve some type of relationship with either 1 or 3, and in the first instance, equality with 1 would be most likely. At 12,100, wave 5 pink here, within wave 5 blue, will reach 0.618, the length of wave 1 pink. This is pretty close to the first target, so we've got a couple of targets for this little zone here. When we see price movement eventually below 10,720, after we've had a trend change finally confirmed, at that stage we can expect that primary 3 will be underway, because that's the high of blue wave 1, and at that stage downwards movement may not just be a fourth wave correction within this C wave impulse, and therefore wave C and primary 2 would have to have been over. So that's an important price point off quite a long way away yet, several weeks away probably. Taking you now to the hourly chart, with this high for 3 pink and low for 4 pink here. There's this point up here and this point down here, and here's that strong movement that had me expecting that we had seen a trend change, but it's remained unconfirmed. Thereafter, this upwards movement I expect was correcting this downwards movement. That was not the case, and my previous analysis was invalidated as soon as we saw movement above 12,020 to a new high. So far now we have a fifth wave at pink degree unfolding with a 1, 2, 3 probably over here, working on the fourth wave at green degree, and then we'll have a final wave to the upside to finally end all this upwards movement. Wave 5 pink and the whole end of the second wave at primary degree may not move beyond the start of the first wave at primary 1 above 14,198.1 points. That's the invalidation point to the upside, so there's plenty of room for upwards movement. In the short term, I expect this fourth wave at green degree may end when wave C orange reaches 1.618, the length of this A wave orange degree of this expanded flat for wave 4. That will be achieved at 11,967 points, just so a little bit further downwards movement, most likely to reach below this 11,994, highly likely, and then the Dow should turn around and have further highs, probably for another couple of days or so, before we see a reasonable trend change. In the interim, this downwards movement for wave 4 green may not move into wave 1 green price territory. We shouldn't see price fall below 11,831. For that same reason, this is going to be a really important price point for us, along with the trend channel breach on the daily chart of that channel I've drawn. Movement below this price point, 11,831, will give some very strong indication that we have seen a big trend change for the Dow, because at that point, within this final fifth wave to the upside, downwards movement cannot just be a fourth wave correction, and I really would not want to put the label for this first wave within wave 5 pink any lower down. So that's an important indication of a trend change as well. So I expect we've got probably another couple of days of slow, steady upwards movement for the Dow up into that target I have recalculated for you now on the daily chart. That trend change is still coming, but it's not quite here yet. That's all for me today with your Dow analysis. I hope this helps you in your trading, and if you would like daily analysis of the S&P 500, you'll find it on my site.